Sound check, check. Sound check at Carson Park. Sound check, sound check. Sound check, check. Sound check at Carson Park. Sound check, check. Check, sound check. Check. Check here, check, check. Checking at Carson Park. Sound check here. Check, check. Check. Sound check at Carson Park. Oakland Memorial versus Superior. Sound check. Sound check. Check, check. Sound check. Sound check at Carson Park.
Good evening and welcome to Carson Park in Eau Claire. Zaleski Sports presents Big Rivers Conference football. Tonight's matchup, the Superior Spartans versus the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's. It is homecoming at Eau Claire Memorial. Hi again, everybody. I'm Bob Bradovich, joined up in the booth by color commentator Dave Sparger. And Spargs, kind of a tough season for both of these teams, but Memorial coming off a really big loss. From what you were telling me earlier, there's actually a pretty good vibe coming out of Memorial. Tell us more about that.
Well, I had a chance to sit down with some of the coaches this week, and they had a little interesting discussion with the players where they kind of said, you know what, we're going to step back, let the seniors and the captains kind of run it this week and see if we can't change this a little bit. And sure enough, those seniors and captains took charge. They brought the team together. They discussed what they felt was the issues on why they weren't able to finish games out and not put together two good halves. And the coaches thought they just had a tremendous week of practice. They were just thrilled with what came out of all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, the coaches, the players, they really had a nice week of practice together, and they're excited for another chance tonight.
Old Abe's are 1-5 overall, 0-4 in the Big Rivers Conference, but two of those losses, lost a one-score game to Eau Claire North. They lost a one-point game at River Falls. The only two games that kind of got away from them were against the top two teams in the conference, the two teams tied for the lead, New Richmond and Hudson. For Memorial, we've seen the skilled players. They have talented guys on the perimeter, guys like Julius Clark and Tay Ferguson. Riley Holmberg, their quarterback, is the leading passer in terms of yardage in the Big Rivers Conference, so it's not a lack of talent. Just every once in a while it's execution, and sometimes penalties seem to be another big one in turnovers. How do they clean up some of those areas tonight?
Yeah, I think they just make sure they play real sound football tonight. Riley Holmberg, he's got to make sure he doesn't force any throws. And you said it, he's already thrown for over 1,100 yards this year. And you've got Julius Clark and Tay Ferguson out there on the edges, very balanced. Tay Ferguson has 28 catches for 430 yards. Julius Clark, 30 catches for 325. So again, very balanced. It's not like you can take one guy out of the picture or the other. And they've also got to include Shamar Simmons in that run game. So if they can get that balance and not hurt themselves, like you said it, here's all of a sudden they've got second and short or third short, and they'll bite themselves in the tail with a bad penalty, or they'll be driving and turn the football over. So again, if they can just play a nice, sharp, crisp game tonight, they should come out with a W.
Superior comes to Eau Claire 0-6 overall, 0-4 in the Big Rivers Conference, and this is following a 1-8 overall record last year and a 1-6 BRC mark, but that one win was in Superior against Eau Claire Memorial. So I'm guessing both teams remember that. Abe's would like to get a little payback. Superior, though, I'm sure comes here thinking, hey, this is a winnable game for us.
Oh, absolutely. Those Superior coaches and players are excited to come down here and play at Carson Park. Great atmosphere. All they want to do is ruin homecoming, right, for Eau Claire Memorial. And every film that you watch on Superior, they play all 48 minutes. I mean, those kids are flying around. They're playing hard. Yeah, they've come up on the short end of every game, but it's not from lack of effort. This is a very aggressive, and they put a lot of effort into every single game, so they're going to be right in this one.
And of course, there's a connection between the coaching staffs. Rob Scott of Eau Claire Memorial, the head man, well, he was on Bob DeMeyer's staff at Superior for a very long time. So there's plenty of familiarity there as well.
Oh, no doubt. He was the defensive coordinator up there at Superior before he came down and took this over. And if you're watching this on film here tonight or on the show, you'll see that both teams really mirror each other quite a bit on what they do. So that's obviously what he brought down from Superior with him.
Superior will have a change at quarterback. Sam Meller has been the starter, but he's injured. And we saw him on the field earlier. He's got his jersey on, but he is wearing sweats, so he will not be playing tonight. Tanner Leno, the junior, 6 feet, 200 pounds, will get the start. Leno has seen a fair amount of action so far this year. Hard to know at this point whether that's going to be a big drop-off or not for the Spartans.
Yeah, you're right. To the advantage of them is that he has played quite a bit. It almost looks like they've kind of shared that duty as the year's gone on. So he should be able to step right in, and they should be comfortable just running their offense with Tanner Leno at the head.
Sparks, as you look at this matchup for Eau Claire Memorial, what are the biggest keys tonight for the Abes?
Well, somehow they've got to find a way to make sure they protect Riley Holmberg, right? Give him the opportunity to get the ball out, to get him to his key players so they can do something in the open space. And defensively, get off the field. get 3 and outs, and that's something that the Old Abe defense just has struggled with here, is getting those 3 and outs. They've come up with stops, they've come up with turnovers, but it's usually been pretty late into a drive. So tonight, for the Old Abe defense, 3 and outs. For the offense, take care of the football and get it to your playmakers.
We mentioned that it is homecoming for Eau Claire Memorial. You're a former Memorial coach, Sparks. Do you have to talk to your guys about, hey, it's homecoming, enjoy it, you're a high school student, you're a high school student athlete, but at the same time, remember that you got a game at the end of the week? We'll get your answer after our national anthem sung by the Memorial High School Choir. Great rendition by the Eau Claire Memorial Madrigal Choir. All right, Sparks, I'll get back to a question about homecoming. Balancing the week, the activities, the fun with, hey, we got a football game at the end of this. How do you keep your focus? What do you, as a coach, tell your guys?
Yeah, as a staff, we always preach that all the extra stuff, the parade, the dance, the pep rallies, that's all for everybody else. That's for the student body, that's for everybody else to have fun with. The player's focus is the game. And don't get lost in all the other extra stuff, right? Keep your focus, know that you're here to play the football game, and you got to be ready to go because everybody comes back. This is when the old players all come back and want to come and watch the Old Abe football team, so they got to bring it tonight and be ready to go.
Eau Claire Memorial in the home purple jerseys, the purple helmets, the white trim and white numerals. A little bit of a change. They're going with the white pants tonight and not the purple pants. Superior in the white jerseys with the Columbia blue numerals. White helmets, white pants, with some red trim mixed in there as well. Really nice homecoming crowd. Here on the home sideline here at Carson Park, just a beautiful night. Game time temperature of 71 degrees at kickoff. Boy, that's nice as the month of September is winding down.
Yeah, this is just great, isn't it? What an awesome night for football. Like you said, 7 degrees, just a very light breeze. We're going to enjoy this when it comes the end of October.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? Well, and we've talked about this on previous webcast, how you play football in Wisconsin, oftentimes at the beginning of the season, you're going to be playing in 90-degree heat, and depending on when your season ends, if you're a playoff team and you're playing in November, you might be playing in 20 degrees with snow on the ground.
Yeah, there's been many times, like you said, you start out at 90 and all of a sudden you get to the last couple of games and there's snow flurries or you're shoveling snow off the practice field.
Tate Ferguson, number 5. Jake Weigel, number 4, back deep for the Old Abes. And it's Tanner Leno kicking it off for the Spartans, and we are underway from Carson Park. Weigel on the return for the Abes. Gets to the edge. He's got a lot of room. Just a kicker to beat. Leno hauls him down, but Weigel takes it all the way back into Superior territory, and the Abes in business for the opening drive.
Yeah, great return there by Jake Weigel. Started up the middle, made a nice little break to the outside, caught the edge. That's a great momentum starter right there for the Old Abes at the 50-yard line.
Abe's starting lineup: Brennan Vahoviak, Luke Johnson, Christian Herr, Brecken Hagen, Eric Robinson up front. Tay Ferguson, Julius Clark are the wide receivers. Brad Pierce, the tight end. Riley Holmberg, the quarterback. Shamar Simmons is the running back, and we'll see Jake Weigel, the other running back, split out wide to the right. Now Simmons will move off to the left side, empty backfield for Holmberg. He'll throw a lateral out to Weigel. Weigel trying to get to the edge, and he gains a couple. Defensively for the Spartans up front, Garrett Revord, Gavin Revord, Aiden Doolittle, Dominic Lyons. Linebackers are Nick Zahar, Seth Schumann, Patrick Simborski, Sam Hoff. Defensive backs, Liam Flores, Evan Blomfeld, and Lucas Williams. 2nd and 8 now for the Old A's. Pass to Tay Ferguson. Initial contact there by number 6, Nick Zahar. And Liam Flores helped out as well. So great field position for the Old A's, but now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, they've got themselves, again, a manageable position, though, right? 3rd and 5, and as well as they throw the football, look for a quick hitter here.
Clark wide right. Ferguson in the slot. Lock-in over on the right side as well. Holmberg sets up, throws, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Tay Ferguson, and then nearly picked off by Evan Blumfeld.
Good job by Holmberg scrambling there, giving himself some extra time. And like you said, all of a sudden Ferguson came open. He just missed him with that one. That would have been a nice first down pickup. So we'll see what the Old A's want to do here on 4th and 5.
First drive of the football game for the Old A's. They'll put Ferguson wide left, lock-in slot left. And it's a quick kick. Superior's got nobody back there. Abe's doing a good job on punt coverage, and they will down it inside the 10-yard line. Our pregame show today was brought to you by Asher Exteriors. Call Asher's for your free no obligation estimate at 888-GO-ASHER or visit goasher.com. That is goasher.com. Get off the ladder, get gutter helmet with Asher. Spartans will start Tanner Leno at quarterback. Up front, Garrett Revord, Richard Kothbauer, Landon Milner, Brandon Lemieux, Caden Olson. Receivers, Brandon Aker, Tucker Frazier Berthum, Sam Hoff, Tatum Clark, Lucas Williams are the backs. And Leno will keep it. And a decent carry on first down. Give him a gain of 6. For the A's on defense, up front, Luke Johnson, Gus Chumas, Leo Andrus. Linebackers, Tay Ferguson, Zach Higdon, Blake Ottoman, Nolan Ottoman, Dane Knoll. Defensive backs, Blaise Hetke, Julius Clark, Graham Lockett. It's a gain of 6 for Leno. Leno will keep it. Running behind big number 77, Braylon Lemieux, who goes 6'6", 340. That's the biggest guy I've seen so far in the Big Rivers Conference. And there are some other big linemen.
Yeah, he is big, but did you notice he could pull? He got out on that one, he got on the corner and helped block on the edge. So he's a big guy, but he's able to move it.
First down for the Spartans as they move the ball out to the 19-yard line. Leno on the keeper. Straight up the middle and across the 25-yard line. Well, awfully nice if you're Superior. You lose your starter, but you can bring in a quarterback that's seen a lot of playing time. It doesn't look like they're missing a beat with Leno at QB.
Yeah, and it seems like they're just really sticking with the ace double wing look. So really, they're compacting everybody in. They're going to try to run the football right up the Memorial, and that double wing offense, it is tough to stop.
Gain of 8 makes it 2nd and 2, Superior from its own 26. They hand off to the man in motion, Lucas Williams, who carries it across the 30, and it'll be a first down, Superior. Now the Spartans have done a good job keeping it on the ground, and you get a nice little drive started here.
Yeah, they should do. Again, very basic, simple stuff. Just some inside handoffs, and they're going right at Memorial. I'll go back to that Memorial quick kick on 4th down. I really like that call, though, because Superior's only averaging 6 points a game, and to make them start on their own 6-7 yard line, I think was the right call there. So right now, the other defense has got to stiffen up and get them off the field.
1st and 10 Spartans from their own 33. Again, they will hand it off to Williams. He gets to the edge, and he's taken down just short of the 40-yard line. Yeah, you look at the Spartans, and in 6 games, they've scored 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, and I don't know, I guess I'm not real familiar if they've stuck with this double wing, but right now it is really working for them. And they're using that big back, Lucas Williams, at 6'2", 6'3", 225. That's a big kid on the edges. He's tough to bring down.
All 4 of these Spartans' touchdowns have come via the ground. 2nd and 4, Superior, and now we will have a timeout taken by a Memorial. We'll take the opportunity to tell you that auto, home, business, or workers' insurance is all under one roof at Potter Agency Insurance. That is Potter Agency Insurance, Claremont Avenue in Eau Claire. The majority of the milk delivered to schools in Eau Claire and central Wisconsin happens with locally owned Blue Northern Distribution. Now is your chance to join the team at Blue Northern. Hiring for drivers in Eau Claire and Sparta. Apply online today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com. Olympic Flame Restaurant in Eau Claire has been a delicious dining option since 1980. Uncle Lampros brought homemade family recipes from Greece, and the tradition continues today at Olympic Flame Restaurant. Eau Claire's best kept secret is Olympic Flame Greek Restaurant on London Road. Kind of an early timeout for the Old A's, but head coach Rob Scott obviously seeing something he doesn't like out there.
Yeah, I like that timeout right there because, again, they're picking up 5-6 a chunk every time they run that football. So he's going to try to make some adjustments right now. And if you look at Tanner Leno, he's only thrown the ball 24 times all year. I think the Old A's got to step up and come some run blitzes here.
Showing run here. Once again, they hand on the sweep to Williams. And Williams, by that spot, will have the first down. And I would imagine every coach in the Big Rivers Conference has seen the video going back to early in the season when Eau Claire North was looking to salt the game away against the Old A's and just marched it downfield using nothing but the run.
Yeah, if you look at North, you can go back to River Falls where their tailback picked up over 300 yards of rushing, and then you go back to Hudson last week where they just ran like crazy. So, yeah, the Old A's defense against the rush has been a little lacking, I guess is what you'd say.
Leno on the keeper. This time he runs into Luke Johnson. Coming up in run support, the linebacker Blake Ottoman.
Brought down by number 10, Blake Ottoman, and number 53, Luke Johnson.
Look for Williams right here. I think Lucas Williams again on that perimeter has been successful, so nothing much up the middle. They'll probably just go right up to the edge.
Tatum Clark in the backfield next to the quarterback Tanner Leno. Williams in motion. Clark will get the handoff, taken down right at midfield.
Number 3, Tatum Clark on the carry. Brought down by number 8, Nolan Allen, and number 50, Gus Chumas.
So it'll be a third down now for the Spartans. Football just on the Memorial side of the 50-yard line. Clock is moving. We've got 5:45 remaining in a scoreless first quarter. Leno on the keeper. He's got the first down and more. Knocked out of bounds.
On the keeper, run out of bounds by number 21.
And they're going to mark him out
First down,
at the 37-yard line. So ground game has been working so far for Superior.
Yeah, it sure has. Again, a little inside, outside, mixing it up. That time they took that ring on that side and just ran him off deep. And that side contained just ran with them, and then they lost contain and picked up a bunch. So again, the Old Apes are looking to make some adjustments here to come up with the stop.
First and 10 Superior from the Memorial 37. Hand off straight up the middle. It's Tatum Clark.
Tatum Clark on the carry.
Running right up the middle against that Memorial defense. When you do give up some size on the D-line like Memorial does, what do you have you guys, I would imagine lots of stunts, lots of twists, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, you got to create movement, right? I would actually have them start head up on the guy and then moving left or right at the snap. You know, try to confuse them a little bit, try to shoot gaps instead of just standing in one edge. You know, make them move, make them see if they can get them fill different gaps.
2nd and 5. Clark trying to take it off tackle. He gets a couple, but it'll bring up another 3rd down. Gus Chumas on the tackle. Chumas goes 6 feet, 215.
Yeah, and that time they brought Zach Hington off the edge right there, a linebacker, and I like that. You know, I could have almost been called a holding penalty because he came off so free and kind of got brought down there, but no holding call, so that one gets through. But, you know, again, 3rd and 3 right here. Well, they need something here to happen positive.
I would imagine this is 4-down territory for the Spartans. Leno on the keeper. Taken down right around the 25-yard line. That'll be another 1st down for Superior. So your ground game is chewing up plenty of clock, and it's moved them from inside their own 10-yard line all the way down to the Memorial 25. First and 10 Spartans. Williams on the carry. Good gain on 1st down, taken down right around the sticks.
Williams again, a nice job off that right side of getting the edge, picking up 9 on that one.
Second and 1 for the Spartans. They've kept it pretty basic, but they haven't had to chase a whole lot. Set up limbs on that left side, have him sweep around the right side. He gets the handoff again. He's got the 1st down. And he goes inside the 5-yard line. Wow. Lucas Williams has been impressive so far.
Yeah, he sure is. And again, if you look at the other defense, they've now finally switched to a cover 2, which is 2 safeties, 2 corners. But the corners are 7-8 deep, and the safeties are 10 deep. So when they're getting on the edge, the corners are nowhere to be seen, and the safeties way back. And again, they're not making contact till almost 10 yards down the field when they get on that edge.
1st and goal, Superior from the Memorial 1-yard line. And it's Lucas Williams who goes into the end zone for the Superior touchdown. Spartans strike first with 2:46 remaining in the 1st. Well, that's the 5th touchdown for Superior this season. So you take a team that only had 4 touchdowns in the first 6 games, they score and they go 90-some yards in their opening drive. They got to feel good. Not feeling good about this. Leno was back there to attempt the extra point, but that did not go well at all.
No, but again, you go back to that drive, what was it, 93 yards? I think they only had 2 third down situations. So, hats off to Superior. They're coming out, they're ready to play, and they just drove it right down the field and never had to throw it once. Just a great running attack right now.
So with 2:46 remaining in the first, Superior 6-0 over Eau Claire Memorial. More football coming up on Zaleski Sports.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
We are back at Carson Park. Superior just capped off a 93-yard drive with a 1-yard TD run by Lucas Williams. So Leno to kick off, and it's a pooch kick. Taken by one of the upmen for the A's.
Gus Chumas.
Gus Chumas, how about Chumas? D lineman getting a chance to pick up the football and take it upfield. So again, the A's will have good field position. They'll start at their own 42-yard line. Trailing by a score of 6-0 against Superior. Riley Holmberg operating out of the pistol. We'll flip the tight ends to the far side of that formation. Handoff Shamar Simmons. Simmons to the 45. Good gain on first down, first carry for Shamar Simmons. And Sparks, we've seen it. He's a talented running back. Showed a lot last year as a sophomore. He's doing some good things as a junior.
Yeah, he is definitely their main back there. He does a nice job on the football. They had a little bit of issues with trying to create holes for him, or they'll have the penalties to put him in bar, but if they can get him on a roll today, that'll really help him.
Gain is 6 for Simmons, 2nd and 4 Abe's from their own 48. We've got Clark in the slot right, Ferguson wide right. Handoff Simmons. Across midfield, pushing forward progress will give him the first down. Good push from the Abe's O-line there.
Yeah, real nice job again. They're getting on bodies now. They're starting to make things happen. Superior's running a cover 3. They're running with 3 safeties, but when Memorial goes into that trip set, so tries to overload the side, you'll see that free safety walk up to the line of scrimmage and read the keys there to kind of bring more power against that run game.
Abe's with the first down. They have it at the Spartans' 46. Handoff Simmons. Finds a crease and takes it inside the 45-yard line. Nice cut that time by Simmons because that hole closed quick. It looked like he wanted to go off left tackle and cut it back inside.
Yeah, he was going to try to bust that perimeter, but again, the Superior defensive end did a nice job of turning that back in, and Shamar just turned sideways and got himself 2-3 yards on that one.
Gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Julius Clark wide right. Tay Ferguson off to the left. Holmberg will hand it to Simmons. Hit behind the line, but he falls forward inside the 41-yard line. Again, Shamar Simmons making something out of nothing.
Yeah, he broke through that first tackle. I don't think he picks up much at all. But he used his power and his leg strength there to get through to make it a 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 4, so making it manageable for the old Abe's.
Final seconds of this first quarter. Abe's will have to hurry if they're going to get this playoff before the quarter break. And they do not. So 1 quarter in the books. After one, your score is Superior 6, Eau Claire Memorial 0, but the Ames are driving. We're back with the second quarter of action from Carson Park right after this on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we've worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
First play, second quarter. Ames looking at a 3rd and 5 from the Spartans' 41. Holmberg to the near side. He's able to get it to Jake Weigel, but Weigel tripped up by Evan Blumfeld. A very short gain, and now the Ames are looking at a 4th down. Last time they were in Spartan territory and facing a 4th down, they did a quick kick, but now trailing 6-0 Sparks. I'm thinking here they're going to go for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Right there, Superior was playing zone, and that guy just squatted right there in the flats. He came up real quick, made a nice tackle.
Trips to the right. Weigel to the left. Holmberg, plenty of time. Down the middle, has a man! Caught! T. Ferguson! Touchdown! Memorial! We haven't seen Tay Ferguson running that open in any of the Memorial games that we've had this year. But that time, he didn't have a white jersey anywhere near him.
Yeah, a little mix-up there, obviously, in the Superior secondary, but Memorial ran that trip set, and they run those 3 guys. They bring Tay Ferguson right up that middle seam, and I think they were trying to run a linebacker on him out of that trip set, and that's not going to work. Tay ran right by him, was wide open. Good job of Holmberg laying it in there. So, Old Ames go 7-6 with that extra point. Good.
Vincent Mullen boots the extra point, and Eau Claire Memorial is up 7-6 over Superior. 11-10 to go, second quarter. Back with more on Zaleski Sports.
Just when it seems life is smooth sailing, life happens. When it does, let Potter Agency help make all your insurance arrangements a breeze. Potter Agency is a local agency and will work to save you money. We have the best selection of insurance company products, and our dedicated agents will tailor your coverage to your needs. Give us a call or check out our website. When life is a little choppy, let Potter Agency help guide you to smoother waters.
Memorial hitting on a big play. Riley Holmberg, a 39-yard touchdown pass to Tay Ferguson. Vincent Mullen's extra point, the difference so far. And Memorial answering that long touchdown drive by Superior with a drive of its own. Ames now on top 7-6. Emotionally for Memorial, how big is that, Sparks?
Oh, that was huge. All that momentum was on Superior's side after that big long drive. Old Ames was able to come right back and answer, which is exactly what they needed.
Mullen with the kick. Tucker Frazier on the return for Superior, and they will start out in their own territory. Now trailing 7-6. Superior on a 93-yard scoring drive did not throw the ball once. We'll see what the Spartans do here on their second drive of this football game. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing that they did. They never had to.
Yeah, I'm really eager to see what the adjustments that Old A's have made now. They got off the field, had time to make some adjustments. Let's see if the defense makes the change.
Tanner Leno, the quarterback. He will keep it. Finds a crease, and Leno takes it up to the 38-yard line. It's a first down carry for the Spartans. Whatever they've seen on tape, they've come up with a game plan that so far the Abes have just not had any answers for.
Yeah, like you said, they're just making it simple. They're running about 3 basic plays, 3 run plays, and just being real solid with it, and they're just getting a nice push up front.
First and 10, Spartans from their own 38. Up the middle goes Tatum Clark. Abes will push him back, but they will give Clark forward progress out to the 41-yard line. Abes have got Matthew Wonky into the game, number 32, a 10th grader, 5'7", 115.
They threw this hit at practice this week and had a lot of fun with it. All they want him to do is get low, scurry underneath those big guys, and see if he can get deep penetration.
2nd and 7 now for the Spartans. Handoff. Sam Hoff on the carry.
And number 50, Gus Tunis.
So now Matthew Wonky will come out and boy, I tell the Memorial sideliners pretty excited to see the sophomore get out there.
Yeah, they were. Right there, even on the play, he knifed right in there. Just had him in the backside, and he was chasing it, but he got through into the backfield, which is again what he was supposed to be doing.
First carry for Sam Hoff sets up a 3rd and 4. And a first down carry for the Spartans. They'll move to 6. Leno had time on the keeper. He's been impressive so far. And Spartans, I'll go back to what you said early on about looking at Superior on tape and how hard they play. I think that's evident by how well their O-line is getting off the ball.
Yeah, they sure are. And again, when they're doing that double wing, they're tight, they're compact, they're big, and you can just watch that line of scrimmage just change, right? I mean, the Memorial's going backwards, and the Superior offensive line is just moving it. That whole line of scrimmage is moving about 5 yards every play.
1st and 10 Spartans from midfield. Handoff goes to Hoff. Taken down by Tay Ferguson. Abes say the ball came loose, but it appears the officials are ruling the ball carrier down before the ball came loose. Jack Glazier also in on the tackle.
Wonky back in. Wonky back in there on the inside. He's that little guy right there. And again, all he's going to try to do is knife a gap and see if he can create havoc in there.
Yeah, you got Wonky on the Memorial side, 5'7", 115. Then looking across to see Braylon Lemieux, 6'6", 340. Bit of a disparity. Leno on the keeper. Luke Johnson had him wrapped up. Short gain for Leno. Now Kane Lyons, 52, is back in. He goes 6'3", 210, so Abes get a little bigger on that D-line, looking at a 3rd, and call it a long 3 for the Spartans. Leno on the keeper. He brings it down to the 35-yard line. Another first down for the Spartans.
Yeah, you would just like to see more penetration out of that front 4. That time they got a little bit, but it happened to be on the backside of the play. And again, another big pickup.
If you're in the Abe's defense, at what point are you putting 9-10 guys in the box here on D?
Yeah, I think you do it right away here, right? It's almost you're going to run a goal line defense right here on the 35-yard line because, again, you've got to force Superior to do something they're not comfortable doing. Superior just does not like to throw the football, so you've got to force that hand.
1st and 10 Spartans from the old Abe's 35. Leno on the keeper. Wrapped up by Lions. But still a gain of about 5 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, Lions did a real nice job of getting that penetration, had the tackle at the line of scrimmage, but couldn't bring him down, so a good run picks up 5.
Yeah, if you wonder about the compete level of a 0-6 team taking on a 0-5 or a 1-5 team, both of these teams playing really hard in the early going here at Carson Park. 2nd and 5. And that'll be a very short gain for the Spartans' Nick Zahar.
Yeah, a real nice play right there by Ethan Bump. And there's that corner out there that we were talking about. Get that corner to get out there and squat and turn that back in. And he shook off the blocker and made a play with no gain. And that's been a very few and far between with no gain. So great job there by Ethan Bump.
3rd and 5 now for the Spartans. Line of scrimmage is the old Abe's 30. Good carry now on the far sideline. Sam Hoff. Another 1st down for the Spartans. Well, those halfback sweeps, whether it's Hoff, we saw a lot of Lucas Williams, those have been effective, and the Abes are just not getting to that edge.
Yeah, they're having a tough time really trying to contain that. You know, that contained guy's either getting kicked out and they're turning it back in, or else he's getting walled in. So they've got to somehow try to find him some help on the edge.
One of the A's is down, so we'll have a brief stoppage. Marquardt Motors, your local Buick and GMC dealer, has the area's largest pre-owned and new vehicle inventory with new arrivals daily. View the inventory at marquardtmotors.com or stop in to talk to a friendly salaried sales consultant. Play It Again Sports in Eau Claire is your go-to for buying, selling, and trading your new and second-hand sports equipment and apparel. Sharing our love for sports and your bank account, that is Play It Again Sports, East Hamilton Avenue, Eau Claire. That's Ethan Bump of the Old Abes, and the good news, he's coming out under his own power, but you look at Bump, boy, he's got that right hand heavily wrapped, so he's already dealing with one issue, injury-wise. 1st and 10, Spartans from the Old Abes 18. Handoff up the middle, Tatum Clark. Brennan Voviak seeing some time, normally an O lineman, but they're going to rotate him down that D-line. Again, you want some size and some athleticism to face this tough Rang attack.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head. They've got to get bigger inside, get those guys moving up front, try to create some movement, see if they can hit some gaps. Again, that's a great stop. Make it 2nd and long.
2nd and 8, Spartans from the Abe 16. They'll hand it off. And on the carry, he'll take it inside the 15-yard line. Patrick Semborski carrying the football for Superior.
Definitely 4 down territory. 2 plays to pick up this 1st down for the Spartans.
3rd and 5. Line of scrimmage is the 13. Fumble. And the A's are able to take the ball carrier down for a loss. That time, the penetration got there in time.
Yeah, it sure helped that he fumbled the handoff right there. That's the first negative play for Superior tonight.
Brings up 4th down for the Spartans.
Spartans will bring their field goal unit on the field.
Tanner Leno on for the field goal.
And it'll be Tanner Leno. Going to kick this one. It'll be a 32-yard attempt. Kick is on the way, and it is good. Tanner Leno booting it through the uprights with 3:01 to go. Spartans retake the lead. 9-7 over the Old A's. We'll have that Superior kickoff for you right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Superior leading Eau Claire Memorial 9-7. Bob Bradovich, Dave Sparta with you here from Carson Park. Spartans led 6-0 after one. The Abes took the lead on a Riley Holmberg 39-yard pass to Tay Ferguson. Vincent Mullins' extra point made it 7-6. Superior, though, just retook the lead. Tanner Leno, 32-yard field goal. Now it's Tay Ferguson on the return for the Abes. Ferguson trying to get wide. Tay Ferguson, one man to beat. That's the kicker. Ferguson into Superior territory. Another great kick return for the Old A's.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of going to that wide side. Superior likes to shrink the field. They put 8-9 guys on that short side of the field. They kick to the short side, and they're trying to get to him before he can get to the wide side. But again, his speed is allowing him to outrun those guys to the wide side of the field, and again, a huge return.
All the way to the Superior 44-yard line. The Abes have 2 minutes, 49 seconds on the clock here, second quarter, and they've got 2 timeouts remaining. Holmberg on the slant. He's got Ferguson. Ferguson trying to bounce it outside, spins his way down to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, Superior again staying in that zone coverage. So again, the Old A's receivers are going to be able to find spots to sit down. And Tate Ferguson does a great job of finding those little openings. And a good pass picks up 8.
2nd and 2 for Memorial. Two receivers either side. Simmons on the carry. Sidesteps the guy in the backfield, carries forward all the way down to the 32. That's a first down Memorial.
You like that, right? That's a delay handoff right there to Simmons. Picks up 5 or 6, gives him the first down. I like that balanced attack right there.
Spartans had some good penetration, but a nice little juke move by Simmons. He's able to gain positive yardage. 1st and 10 Memorial from the Superior 32. Holmberg over the middle, incomplete. He's trying to get the ball to Bryce Hetke. Seemed like the whole way he was looking to that wide receiver right side. Then he came back to Hetke in this on that slant pattern.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He was looking for that deep one down the sideline, but that was well covered. Tried to find Hetke coming back, but Hetke kind of ran into traffic that time. So an incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10.
Minute 45 remaining in the second quarter. 5 receivers, empty backfield. Holmberg, quick pass. And the A's will get the ball inside the 24-yard line on that completion to Bryce Hetke.
Great read by Holmberg that time. They went, like you said, they went empty backfield, trips here, twins up high, and that second receiver up top, that was safety on him. He was a good 10-12 off, so all he did was go 5 yards hook up. Easy pitch and catch.
Handoff, Shamar Simmons trying to get outside. He's stacked up. Abe's trying to push him forward. Some of the Memorial guys saying, hey, he fell forward and got the first down. We'll see where that spot is.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to spot him short, so big fourth down call here. So, a little surprised the Old Ames don't use a timeout right here. This is a big play.
Clock is moving, a little over 50 seconds remaining. 4th and a yard for Memorial. Holmberg under center. Here comes the timeout.
Timeout. Oakland Memorial. That's your second charge timeout of the half.
Ames will have one timeout remaining. Keep your home invaluable safe with SOS Security in Eau Claire. Protect against intruders, fires, water, and more. For every room, every door, and every window, place your trust in SOS Security. HS Fence has served Wisconsin's commercial and residential fencing needs for the past 18 years. HS Fence, specializing in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. Well, if nothing else, Memorial at least got a look at what how Superior was lining up defensively on that 4th and short.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually a pretty good strategy if that's what you were looking to do. Like, hey, let's show our power game, let's line up, and let's see how they're going to react to it, and then we'll burn that timeout and make our adjustments. So, but again, I think it was really important right there to take that timeout just to make sure you got the play call that you want on this big play.
Waves are coming out in that heavy formation. 3 blocking backs ahead of Shamar Simmons, who drops the shoulder pads, plows forward. We'll see where the spot is.
Should be enough.
You're going to unpile all the bodies out there, but based on where the officials are, here comes the signal, first down, Old Ames.
Yeah, the Old Ames do is give you a first down. They should have been in the huddle already because that clock's running.
A little over 30 seconds remaining. And now we get a timeout taken by the Spartans. We'll step aside as well. Back with the last 27 seconds of the second quarter right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Blue Northern Distributing of Eau Claire, Wisconsin is a local family-owned business and has been distributing products in western Wisconsin for over 20 years. Our friendly truck drivers are extensively trained to be the best in the industry.
Because it's a really good family-oriented company.
Blue Northern distributes milk and dairy products to many schools and businesses. Right now, we are seeking qualified Class A truck drivers to join our fleet. Apply today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com.
27 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Eau Claire Memorial trying to cap off a drive with points. They trail the Superior Spartans by a score of 9-7. First and 10, Memorial from the Superior 23. 27 seconds remaining. Two receivers either side. Holmberg throwing deep. He's got a man. Going up with one hand. Julius Clark incomplete. Even if he came down with that one, I think he made it out of bounds, but it's a heck of an effort from Julius Clark.
Yeah, great effort. He tried to come up with one of those Odell Beckham one-handers, but all we got to do right there is lead him to the end zone. He had plenty of room ahead of him. That safety on the inside was nowhere to be found, and Julius would have had a nice, easy catch in the end zone if we just lead him a little further.
Ames looking at 2nd and 10 from the 23. Clock stops on the incompletion, 22 seconds remaining. Holmberg, plenty of time. Throwing deep, end zone. And incomplete. Try to get it to Bryce Hetke, so now it's 3rd down, 15 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, what you could complement that with now is send those two deep like that, take somebody on this near side and drag them across the middle and see if you couldn't hit a post on the backside right here. Because again, they're all running off. Maybe you can drag someone underneath here for a big play.
Both Ferguson and Clark split out to the left side. Clark Wide to the left. Holmberg. He's going to run it. Riley Holmberg to the 10, to the 5, thrown down with 6 seconds remaining.
And a timeout called right away, so that'll give him another play from 6 yards out. You can probably run something real quick here, quick pass, get rid of it quick for a look, and if you don't get it, come back with that field goal attempt. Great job by Holmberg.
First down, Ames. They'll be looking at a 1st and goal when play resumes. At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Abe's knocking on the door. They don't have a lot of time. Whatever they do here is going to need to be quick.
Yeah, I look Ferguson down here on this near side. That would be a lot quicker to get the ball to him. And let's see if he can break free for a big one here.
We've got Clark in the slot right side. They're going to throw it to Clark. Caught! Touchdown! Eau Claire Memorial.
What a great throw. How about that? Julius Clark on the wide side. And Holmberg, he does a great job of getting rid of that football before he even comes out of his break. Clark turns around and that ball's right there in his lap. What a great throw. Big play for the Old A's.
Riley Holmberg put that one right on the money, and Julius Clark ran a great route. Tracked that ball through the air, brought it in for the touchdown. Now Vincent Mullen on for the PAT. Trying to put the A's up by 5. Snap is good. Kick on the way. It is good. 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and it's Eau Claire Memorial 14, Superior 9. We're back with the Old A's kickoff right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
2 touchdown passes by Memorial quarterback Riley Holmberg. One to Tay Ferguson of 39 yards, another a 5-yarder to Julius Clark. Both of those coming in the second quarter, and Eau Claire Memorial leads Superior 14-9 here at Carson Park. 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And the penalty will give the Spartans pretty good field position, and I honestly wonder if that was by design, Sparks.
Well, I think they wanted them to squib it, but obviously keep it on the field so that one of those upbacks had to field it, and then they could burn off those 2 seconds. But shouldn't be an issue here. You know, Memorial play their prevent defense, ball be up to 35. Superior just run the one play, and we'll get to half.
Spartans will have it at their own 35-yard line. They have yet to attempt to pass in this football game.
I don't see one coming here yet. We need a sweep on the edge.
Babes have 4 guys back deep. Spartans will keep it on the ground. Leno running the quarterback keeper. And that's going to do it for the first half. Back and forth action. And at the break, it's Eau Claire Memorial 14, Superior 9. The A's will kick off to the Spartans to begin the third quarter. Sparks entertaining game so far.
Absolutely, and it's really not much more than what we expected. We thought Superior would run the football, and they've been very effective. Memorial, on the other hand, we know they love to throw the football, and it's been the air attack versus the ground game here in the first half.
Superior opened the scoring first quarter with 2:46 remaining. Lucas Williams took it in from 1 yard out on the carry. The PAT was no good, and the Spartans led it 6-0 after one. Memorial answered in the second. A 39-yard touchdown pass, Riley Holmberg to Tay Ferguson. Vincent Mullen with the PAT. The Abes led by a score of 7-6. Spartans retake the lead with 3:01 remaining in the second on a Tanner Leno 32-yard field goal that made it 9-7. But then, right before the end of the half, just 2 seconds remaining, Memorial. Riley Holmberg, a 5-yard TD pass to Julius Clark. Mullen booted the extra point, and at the break, it's Memorial 14, Superior 9. We'll have an extended break for you because of all the homecoming activities here at Carson Park, but we've got another installment of Edgar Football Hard Knocks coming up for you next on Zaleski Sports. Once again, your halftime score, Eau Claire Memorial 14, Superior 9. We're back with the third quarter right after this. Welcome back to Carson Park in Eau Claire. We got a good one going here. Big Rivers Conference action, Eau Claire Memorial on homecoming. Leading Superior by a score of 14-9. Bob Radovich, Dave Spalger with you. Colin McClowry is our producer, and Spargs. Again, we've seen the Ames move the ball through the air. We've seen the Spartans move it on the ground, and I think it's going to come down to, can either of these teams get a stop?
Yeah, when you looked at that first half, Memorial had the ball 3 times. Their first possession ended up with a punt, and they scored touchdowns on the next 2 possessions. While Superior only had it really 2 times, both of them long, sustained drives, nothing but run plays, great execution, and they found a way to put one in the end zone and able to kick a nice field goal for the second one to get their 9 points. So, like you said, who's going to come up with that big defensive stop to turn this game around?
Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction has been partnering with private and public customers since 1984. Staub Construction has its own service and fabrication department to assist with any municipal or industrial situation. Staub Construction, a 100% locally owned, employee-owned company. Vincent Mullen to kick it off for the Old Ames. Tucker Frazier Berthume lost his footing, and the Spartans will start in their own territory inside their own 10-yard line. So a break for the Old Ames right off the bat.
Yeah, good break right there. That was a tough one to go get. So he went chased over, lost his footing, went down, and Superior will start up there. It looks like probably their own 8-yard line. But again, last time they started there, they were able to sustain a drive and go all the way. So let's see if the Old Ames made some adjustments to come up with a stop.
A couple other scores from the Big Rivers Conference to pass along at the half. Hudson got a late field goal to go up 23-7 on Eau Claire North. Richmond leading at home over Menominee 50-0. River Falls 14-7 leading over Chippewa Falls. On the carry goes Sam Hoff. Short game for Hoff. Maybe that's one of the adjustments for the A's, because those end arounds run by the halfbacks were productive in the first half for Superior.
Yeah, very productive. And there you see Bryce Hedke, who's the corner over there, come flying up and make that tackle on the edge. And that's what they've got to have. They've got to have more aggressive play out of that secondary. And again, make those safeties read, make maybe those linebackers read the tight ends to see who's releasing for a pass.
They give Hoff a gain of just 1. 2nd and 9. Again, Hoff on the carry. Pushed out of bounds. It's going to bring up a 3rd and we'll call it 6 for the Spartans.
That's always the fun thing, isn't it? At halftime, you get those teams underneath and they start game planning and making adjustments. And right now, the Old Ames have got them in a 3rd and 6, so things are working for them.
Spartans have not attempted a pass in this football game. Looking at a 3rd and 6 from their own 12. Up the middle they go. Tatum Clark will take it out to the 16-yard line to bring up a 4th and short. So decision time for Bob DeMeyer and the Spartans.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're sitting 0-6 on the year. You might just go for this.
They are definitely lined up to go for this one. Looking at a 4th and 2. Leno on the keeper. He's across the 20. He will have the first down. And Sparks, I'm in agreement with you. You know, talking with Bob DeMeyer before the game tonight, he said, this is as good a group of kids as he's ever had. Now, he's had teams that have made long playoff runs. Superior football, historically strong program. Last couple of years, they've scuffled, but he just says in terms of attitude, this is a great group, so why not give them a chance to, hey, let's try to win this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Now he's giving them a lot of confidence, saying, hey, the coach believes in us. We're going to pick up 4th and 2, and they did. They picked up 5-6 yards on that play. Keep the drive alive.
1st and 10, Superior from its own 22. Leno on the keeper, trying the right side. He's wrapped up and taken down. Dane Knoll on the tackle with a little help from Julius Clark. Sparks, are you seeing anything different schematically from the Abes defensively the second half?
Yeah, I'll have to take it. What I did see earlier, like we talked about before, was those corners getting more involved on the edge, and that's been happening so far. But interesting play right there. Superior with that little naked boot action. That's the first time they've showed that. Making sure that backside stays home and is honest.
Gain of 3 for Leno. He will keep it, try the left side, nothing doing that time. Luke Johnson wrapping up Leno. Taking a while to unpile some of the guys there, but that time the defense really flowed well to the ball carrier.
Yeah, you get a chance right there to see Bryce Hedke coming off the edge. That's that corner that's sitting out there. When they open up his way, he is flying. He's coming hard off the edge. He's taking on that lead blocker. So again, trying to set the edge, turn things back inside, so they're not getting those big runs off the edge.
Spartans now looking at a 3rd and 7 from their own 26. A's looking for their fans to make some noise. Leno, first pass of the game incomplete. Had a man out around the 40-yard line, but that pass goes incomplete.
Yeah, Ethan Bump right there, the safety again, reading that play. Did a good job, right? Read your keys. He came over. He was open, but again, a good collision as he tried to catch it, breaks it up. Again, makes Superior do something they're not comfortable with doing, and they get the stop.
Beckett Selden, sophomore tight end, was the intended receiver. Now Superior going to go with that double punter look. And it's a short kick that's going to skip out of bounds. All in all, not a bad exchange for the Spartans, but the Old A's will take over once again in good field position. Enjoy the benefits of business banking at Security Financial Bank with several options to fit your business. Learn more about business banking at sfbank.com. Castle Insurance, based in Eau Claire, is your local independent insurance provider. By being an independent insurance agency, they represent many of the finest companies in the industry to get the coverage that's right for you. For all your insurance needs, you can depend on Castle Insurance. A's 1st and 10 from their own 42. A's will flip the tight ends to the near side of the formation. Shamar Simmons. Simmons into Spartans territory.
That is a really nice play right there. That's one of those where you go unbalanced to the short side. On the wide side, you simply run a G scheme where that guard comes out and kicks out that defensive end, and you run right through that seam. That is a really nice play right there for the Old A's. Great adjustment to that unbalanced look.
First down Memorial at the Superior 47-yard line. Simmons straight up the middle, all the way down to the 41-yard line, and now it's the A's that are creating some running lanes with their O-line.
Yeah, it's the best thing for their pass game, right? Let's get that offense clicking with the run game. Then all of a sudden they can come back with that play action off and hit a big one.
Gain of 6 for Shamar Simmons. A's looking at a 2nd and 4. 41-yard line of the Spartans. Hetke wide to the left side. Now Simmons will come out of the backfield. You got Ferguson in the slot left. Could be a double pass here. Hetke launching it deep, wide open. Tay Ferguson, touchdown! Eau Claire Memorial!
Bryce Hetke with the double pass. He took that pass backwards, caught it, looked downfield. Tay Ferguson wide open and laid it right in there. A great call, great opportunity right there for the old A's.
Abe's reaching into their bag of tricks. And with that, they take a 20-9 lead. Vincent Mullen on for the extra point. Mullen through the uprights. 6:47 remaining third quarter. Eau Claire Memorial now leading Superior 21-9. Back with more on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Abe's with a halfback option pass. Bryce Hetke to Tay Ferguson. A play covering 41 yards. Vincent Mullen, the PAT. Memorial has stretched its lead out over Superior at 21-9. And Sparks, it's the same kind of concept when you're looking at Superior facing a 4th and 2 from its own, 12-yard line, going for it on a 4th down. Memorial going deep into its playbook for a halfback option pass.
Yeah, you always have that little trick play you save for a game, and obviously that's the one they had all ready to go for tonight. And what a great time to call that first down on the 40 going in. You've just run a couple of nice run plays, and you've picked up some good yardage, and all of a sudden you pull that one out of your bag of tricks like you called, and it worked to perfection.
And Tay Ferguson he not only was wide open, he had an escort of a couple of his teammates to take him into the end zone.
Yeah, they were just right there in KC while he followed, I guess. But yep, nice good catch, wide open, walking in. Big job there with them. 21-9 now for the Old A's.
So now if you're Superior, I guess there's still time. 6:47 to go in the third. You don't have to abandon your offensive identity, which has been run, and then run some more. Handoff, near side, goes to, check that, I thought it was Sam Hoff instead of Lucas Williams, who got the bulk of the carries in the first quarter. So yeah, it's not like they're going to come out there and start spreading it out and chucking it on every down. That's just not their identity.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That's not what they do. And so they'll stay with that run game. And again, there's 5 yards. If they can go down and get 5, 6.
2nd and 5 Spartans from their own 40. Leno up the middle. Nice job running that read option. He takes it out to midfield. Another first down for the Spartans.
Yeah, pickup of 10, right? So just 2 plays, 15 yards gain. No reason to change anything.
I'm just amazed at the size of that club on the right hand of Ethan Bump, number 21 for the Old A's. That thing, look at that thing. That's just like the old days of Ted Hendricks and some of those guys that in the NFL that would play with that big pad.
Yeah, that thing's going to be hard to catch anything, but he's doing a great job coming up and filling.
Handoff near side goes to Lucas Williams, who takes it to the 45-yard line. Well, between Hoff and Williams, you got 2 big guys that move the feet pretty well, and they always seem to fall forward.
Yeah, you're right. They're big kids. Nolan Autumn coming across, laying the big stick on them right there for a gain of 5. That's what those inside linebackers have got to do. They got to fight through traffic. They got to get upfield so they can prevent those big runs.
Gain of 5 brings up a 2nd and 5. Line of scrimmage is the Memorial 45. Zahar. Now he's taken down. Nolan Autumn coming up to finally stop that play. He had a little help that time. Ethan Bump coming in. Well, Zahar, it looked like he was going to get dropped well behind the line of scrimmage. Spun away from a couple guys, but that secondary pursuit from the A's brought him down.
Yeah, it's too bad that secondary pursuit couldn't come a little bit quicker because Henke did a great job of taking on that block and blowing things up. She probably should have gone for nothing or maybe even a loss of one, but here we go again. Old Abe's trying to come up with a big stop on 3rd and 4.
Line of scrimmage, the Old Abe's 44. Leno up the middle, he's got a crease, and he brings it inside the 35-yard line. Tanner Leno has been really efficient running this offense, and remember, he's not the starter. That's Sam Miller, a senior, but Miller injured. He's here with the team, but he's not suited up. So Leno, who has seen a fair amount of playing time this year, just doesn't look like they've missed a beat with Leno out there.
Yeah, not at all. Leno, again, very confident, showing what he can do leading this team. Boy, these last couple of runs he's had have been for big runs.
3 minutes, 30 seconds, 3rd quarter, clock is moving. Leno will hand it off to Zahar. Taken down after a gain of 1.
Number 52, Kane Lyons. Gain of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 9.
We got clock moving, just over 3 minutes to go. Again, Superior has tried one pass, and that was on the previous drive by the Spartans. It was a 3rd down pass that was incomplete. Looking at a 2nd and 9 here. Going to the air again, and it's incomplete. Leno had a guy out there. He had Sam Hoff coming out of the backfield on a wheel route, and Hoff had a step on his defender.
He did, Julius Clark was there, so it would have had to been exactly just dropping in a bucket, perfect type throw, because Julius Clark had anything that would have been underthrown right to him. So, but again, putting Superior in a situation where it's a tough play, tough to execute, and they were unable to do it. So 3rd and 9 here for the Old Abe defense.
Clock stops on the incompletion, 2:42 to go, 3rd quarter. Leno will keep. Runs into a host of Old Abe's. Leno brought down right at the 30-yard line. Jack Glazier was in on the tackle, as was Brennan Vahoviak. So now, 4th and 6 for the Spartans. If you're Superior, what do you do here?
Well, I think I go back inside. Right now, the Old Abe have done a great job on that perimeter. So it looks like things inside have been developing a little bit better for him, especially when you're looking at Tanner Leno. He's had a couple of really nice carries.
Spartans trying to keep this drive alive. And Superior is going to take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. Back with more on Zaleski Sports.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Superior Spartans trailing the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's. Superior looking at a 4th and 6 from the Memorial 30-yard line. Leno will keep. Hit behind the line of scrimmage and wrestled down. And the Old Ames will take over a defensive stand for Eau Claire Memorial.
Well, there it was. That was that Tanner Leno with that inside again, fake the jet sweep. The only difference was Superior tried to spread the field, right? They had 3 receivers out there trying to make the defense spread out to create more saves, but Old Ames were up to it. They kind of were anticipating Leno with that fake again and running up the middle, and they had the answer to it.
So now Eau Claire Memorial, with a minute 54 remaining in the third, takes over at its own 30, leading 21-9. Ames will come out with 3 wide receivers. They send. Man in motion, that's Weigel. Weigel on the carry. Weigel breaking free all the way down to the 45-yard line.
Well, again, the Old Ames coming up with something new. That time it was handoff to Shamar Simmons, who did an inside handoff to Weigel coming back the other way. So a little trickery right there again for the Old Ames. Picks up big yardage.
1st and 10 Memorial from its own 45. Holmberg almost picked off. Sam Hoff was right there for the pick. Hit it right in the hands.
Yeah, he dropped right underneath that quick slant. That slant was not there. As you can see, Holmberg kind of like double pump on that thing. Then he just decided to throw it. Boy, that was a big mistake right there. That was a pick 6 just waiting to happen.
Ames thus far have avoided a lot of the mistakes that have plagued them in previous games. The false start penalties, the offside penalties, the holding penalties, the turnovers. Handoff Weigel. He'll cut it back, and he gets out to the 48-yard line to bring up a third and call it a long 6.
Yeah, the Old Ames have had success here in the pass game. We'll see what they want to come up with. You know, they've done a lot of that trips to the short side, so they've had some good combination routes. They're going to go double slot here.
Just Weigel in the slot left, Ferguson wide left, Clark slot right, Holmberg. Far side caught, Hetke. First down, Eau Claire Memorial.
Good job by Holmberg, getting out of trouble, extending the play, right? Extend that play, give yourself a chance. And Hetke found himself open along that sideline just enough for the first down.
And a nice job by Hetke because he pulled it back. The first option wasn't there. He pulled it back and then just kind of took a few steps out to his right to just stay ahead of the rush and delivered a nice ball to Hetke. So Memorial now in superior territory, 1st and 10 from the 42. Tipped, incomplete. Jake Weigel was I'm assuming the intended receiver. I think initially Holmberg was looking up top there.
Yeah, he was looking over the top. That wasn't there, and you had Weigel dragging underneath. You also had Shamar Simmons, who ran a wheel route out of the backfield, who was wide open on that far sideline. So that might be something they discuss a little later.
36 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Memorial trying to cap off another drive with points. Hetke comes in motion near side. Delayed handoff, penalty marker thrown. Simmons will take it around right end. We'll see what this penalty is all about. And Spargs, based on where they threw it.
I'll tell you what it is. Illegal formation. They had 5 guys in the backfield. This farthest receiver needed to be up on the line of scrimmage, and he was in the backfield. So it just didn't get positioned right.
5 minutes back in the offense. I got a penalty, second down.
Sparks, it's as if you were an assistant coach back in the day for football.
Well, that was one of those easier ones to see when you're like, that looks like a lot of guys in the backfield. They got to get somebody to step up that line. But unfortunately, the coach didn't see it in time. He could have told his receiver, hey, step up right there. But, well, now we're left in one of those 2nd and 15 things, huh?
25 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Holmberg looking deep. Broken up at the last second. Weigel going down the far sideline, but Nick Zahar, the linebacker, running step for step with Weigel that time. Now it's 3rd and 15.
Well, good protection up front for the Old A's. That offensive line's giving him time to make those deep throws, and Weigel trying to get down that sideline off that, but a good coverage off that linebacker for sure.
Trips to the near side. Clark is the wide guy. Ferguson in the slot. Holmberg looking left. Throws to Julius Clark. Clark makes one man miss. Makes another guy miss. Julius Clark to the 35. Taken out of bounds. They will be very close to first down yardage.
Wow, you're talking about giving it to your athletes in space and letting them create. He must have broken about 2 or 3 tackles and just shook them up. And sure enough, I think he's got the first down. And he does.
Sticks are moving. The drive stays alive. 1 second remaining in the third quarter. We'll see if the A's will take a shot here.
Yeah, they've got to run a snap here because the ball out of bounds. And I think it'll go right back to that run game with Simmons here.
Very little wind. What little wind there is blowing left to right. 2 receivers either side. They'll keep it on the ground. Shamar Simmons. He'll get forward progress inside the 30, and that will do it for the third quarter. Eau Claire Memorial with a 21-9 lead over Superior, and the Old A's are driving. The fourth quarter coming up right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by, for any size and occasion, look your best and stop at Muldoon's Menswear in Eau Claire. Muldoon's Menswear on South Hastings Drive in Eau Claire. Castle Insurance of Eau Claire is your independent insurance agent, providing coverage catered to your needs. That's Castle Insurance in Eau Claire. Are you an athlete ready to have the competitive edge? Are you looking to be your best and have the competitive edge at your job? Contact Vince at Athletic Wellness today. For over 30 years, Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors has been the #1 home seller in northern Wisconsin. For realty in the Chippewa Valley, call Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors today. Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
Eau Claire Memorial starts the fourth quarter, leading 21-9 over Superior. Abe's have it 2nd and 8 from the Spartans' 30-yard line. A drive that began after a 4th down stop by the Memorial defense on a promising Superior drive. Simmons takes it close to first down yardage. We do have a flag down.
Yeah, they're going to call holding on the Old A's right there. Looks like that might be against our center.
All in all, a clean game by both teams. We haven't seen a lot of laundry on the field. And again, you talked about it, Sparks. Our pregame that the Memorial coaches said it was really a good week of practice, which is interesting, being that they're coming off a 48-0 shutout loss at home to Hudson, but to bounce back. That's a credit to these kids and the coaching staff.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've been sharp tonight, right? Like you said, I think that's only their second penalty other than the kickoffs, but it's only their second penalty. We'll see if they can overcome this one.
2nd and 12 now. Abe's line of scrimmage, the Spartans 34. Holmberg will throw underneath to Simmons. Little stop and go move. Shamar Simmons drops the shoulder and brings it all the way down to the 21-yard line. First down, Memorial.
Great job of checking down right there. Almost looked like he was going to force something downfield, realizing, no, be smart, don't force it, give it to Shamar Simmons on that edge, and boy, he made a big play out of nothing right there. First down, Old A's.
A's keep the drive alive. Ferguson wide left, Clark slot left. The two tight ends will flip to that left side of the formation. Simmons remains at running back. He's going to break it outside. Shamar Simmons brings it down close to the 10-yard line. And that is another Old first down.
It is, again, another great run, 10 yards right there. What I love to see is those offensive linemen pulling, getting out in front and leading the way. I just love it when the Old A's are able to pull those guys for better angles.
First and 10, Abe's line of scrimmage is the 11. Shamar Simmons again. Toss to the turf, but a good carry for Simmons on first down. Well, now it's the Abe's O-line that's starting to open some creases.
Yeah, it really is. They're doing a good job. Like we said, they're getting those angles, they're pulling around, picking up people. 5-6 yards every time now for Simmons. I just love to see that run game get going. Two things, keeps your defense on the sidelines, chewing up clock, and if you could put 7 on the board here, you're going to feel real good about this one.
2nd and 6, Memorial. We're under 10 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Tight ends will flip to the far side of that formation. Holmberg to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Old A's! They extend the lead.
Yeah, a little backside shoulder throw right there to Julius Clark, it looks like. Great job by Clark adjusting to the back shoulder throw. Old A's with the big touchdown. Right now, 27-9.
Tay Ferguson on the reception. Third touchdown pass for Riley Holmberg. Third TD reception, Tay Ferguson. Abe's now leading 27-9. Mullen on for the PAT. Kick is up, and it is good. 9:38 remaining, fourth quarter. Eau Claire Memorial leading Superior 28-9. Back with more on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Eau Claire Memorial. Touchdown passes, one in the third, one in the fourth. Abe's extending their lead. It's now 28-9 over Superior. Updated score from Hudson. The Raiders leading Eau Claire North 29-7. So Hudson in good shape to stay unbeaten in Big West Conference play. And next week, I should say, Hudson will host Superior. Final week of the season, it'll be Hudson at New Richmond, and if things go to plan. Now, New Richmond comes here next week to Carson Park to take on Eau Claire North. We will have that game on Zaleski Sports. So, I don't know, could that be a trap game for New Richmond? I mean, you don't know. Reggie Larson, he's been around football his whole life, the son of the Hall of Fame, the late Bruce Larson, head coach. So Reggie's, I'm sure, is going to spend a lot of time with his Tigers. telling them to kind of focus on the matter at hand when it comes to next week's game.
Yeah, you can't look past North. They're too good of a football team, that's for sure.
And at last check, New Richmond was leading at home over Menominee 15-0. Leno, option pitch to Hoff, and he's tripped up. Abe's, in general, doing a much better job of flowing to the football. Ryan Schultz on that tackle.
Yeah, better job of reading their keys. I think they probably made some adjustments at half about who needed to read whom, but now all of a sudden Superior's kind of going into their playbook a little deeper, running a true option right there, which they haven't shown much at all. So they're kind of forcing Superior to do things they're not comfortable with doing.
Clock moving, we're under 8 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. Leno on the handoff. Lucas Williams still on his feet. Well, Lucas Williams has run hard tonight. And he's a big part of that ground game for the Spartans.
Yeah, he's run that sweep just really well all night. May not have that blazing speed, but he gets that edge, and he's hard to bring down. He's a big kid.
So the Spartans have it. 1st and 10 from their own 48. The clock is not their friend. Spartans have only attempted 2 passes tonight. Both were incomplete. Leno. Now he's going to run it. And he's taken down. Kane Lyons in on the stop. Jack Glazier there as well. If you're the old Abes, you'll take that. Everybody covered, so the quarterback scrambles. You'll take that. You'll take short gains and keep that clock moving.
Absolutely. That's the key, right? Let's make that clock keep moving. Great job by the secondary right there, taking away all the options, so we had to tuck it and run it. Like you said, they're huddling. They're using about 30 seconds off the clock every play, and that's just going to play right into the old Abes' favor now.
Second and 6, Spartans from the Abes 48. Leno on the keep. Looks like he really didn't have his footing, and Nolan Autumn able to finish him off.
Yeah, Autumn just finished it off as he was stumbling on the edge. So again, tough break right there for Superiors. They're trying to get ahead of the sticks, and now leaves it 3rd and long here for the old Abes, and the clock is still running.
Matthew Wonky coming in, number 32, to play on the D-line. 5'7", 115, just trying to muck things up in there. He got a fair amount of playing time in that first half, and he's a crowd favorite and kind of gets that Memorial sideline going as well. It's a loss of 1. Spartans now looking at a 3rd and 7 from the Abes 49-yard line. Leno on the keeper. Jack Glazier with the tackle. He hung on and had some help. So now 4th down for the Spartans, and pretty much I think this is kind of the game for Superior.
Yeah, that's a good call right there, especially the way the Memorial's been able to move the football lately. They've had now 4 long possessions and drives, and so their offense has been tough to stop tonight.
4th and 3 for Superior. We are now under 6 minutes remaining, 4th quarter. Abes trying to pick up their first Big Rivers Conference win. Leno, he's got the first down, fighting for extra yardage. They will mark him down at the 37-yard line of Memorial. Clock will stop while they move the chains.
Good job by Leno bouncing that one. He wanted to go off that guard tackle gap, but he saw that open up on the outside, bounced it outside, picked about 5. But again, Superior not in much of a rush, just holding it up, running that next play, so it'll be tough as the clock moves.
First and 10 from the Memorial 37. Leno looking left, incomplete. Wanted to get it to Tucker, Frazier, Berthune, but incomplete. Well played that time by the Ames D-backs.
Yeah, Hedke closed quick. He saw that quick slant going, was able to catch up and break that up as he just got to his hand. So Hedke, again, nice play there in the secondary.
Incompletion stops the clock. 5:11 to go, fourth quarter. Spartans now 0 for 3 passing the ball. Looking to go to the air again. Leno. Ball batted around and nearly intercepted.
Yeah, throwing a lot of traffic right there. Old Ames almost came away with that pick.
Clock stops again. 5:05 remaining fourth quarter. 3rd and 10 Superior from the Eau Claire Memorial 37. Each of these teams 0-4 in Big Rivers Conference play. Although, Sparks, watching them play tonight, you wouldn't think, if you didn't know what the records were, you'd think, okay, these are two pretty solid teams.
Yeah, I would agree with you. They've both played very well. They've been able to move the football up and down. It's just been a couple of big stops by the Old Ames defense has been the difference.
Leno will keep it. And he's taken down at the 32-yard line, so that's going to bring up another fourth down for the Spartans.
Big play here now, 4th and 5. This will, like you said earlier, this will pretty much be the game if the Old A's can come up with a stop here.
And again, Superior not in hurry-up mode. That's just not their. It's just not their style. But they definitely want to keep this drive going here. Ames crowding the line of scrimmage. Leno on the keeper.
He's going to be short.
He isn't going to get there. Fourth down stop for Eau Claire Memorial. Ames will take over on offense with 4:17 remaining.
Well, we've talked about this second half. It's been the Old Ames defense. They've given up some yards, but they've come up with the stops. And again, they keep the Spartans off the scoreboard, get it back to the offense.
The Dahlman Insurance Agency provides business, home, auto, and farm insurance throughout the Chippewa Valley. Contact Eric Knutson in Oak Mound or Wayne Dahlman in Eau Claire. Dahlman Insurance, come for the rates, stay for the service. 1st and 10, Eau Claire Memorial from its own 30. Only 2 wide receivers in this formation. Think we're going to see a lot of Shamar Simmons the rest of the way. Simmons bounces it outside. Simmons to the 40. Simmons to midfield. Down the sideline. Shamar Simmons is going to take it the distance for an Eau Claire Memorial touchdown.
Wow, did you make the call on that one, Brado? A lot of Shamar Simmons late here in the game. Well, how about just one play? Give him the rock, break a couple tackles inside, bust it out for a big, long one. Good for Shamar Simmons breaking his longest run of the season.
Well, that's got the Eau Claire Memorial homecoming crowd really excited. Looking just to run some clock. And Shamar Simmons made it happen. Right? He got the handoff, did one little shake at the line of scrimmage, then bounced it outside. Once he got to that corner, it's a foot race, and he won it.
He did. Again, nice block on the edge there by Julius Clark. Just kind of screamed that outside guy, but allowed him to get the edge, and he just used the speed to beat everybody down.
Vincent Mullen perfect on PATs tonight. Ames have extended this out to a 35-9 lead with 4:03 remaining fourth quarter. Back with more on Zaleski Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Apple Weight Loss Chiropractic Care is more than just making the pain disappear. It's about learning, understanding, and taking care of your body to improve your quality of life with Apple Weight Loss. Whether buying or selling, home, recreation, commercial, no matter your budget, find the listings at DonnellanOnline.com. Franson Bank and Trust has a team of experienced bankers that will provide a vast array of loan products tailored to your situation. Franson Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Eau Claire Memorial, 3 second-half touchdowns. Abe's have extended us out to a 35-9 lead over Superior. Abe's looking to snap a losing streak and pick up their first Big Rivers Conference win. Mullen with the boot. Hoff on the return. He's taken down at the 25-yard line. Well, Memorial next week will make the short trip to Dory Field in Chippewa Falls. We've seen Chuck Rakovich's Cardinals twice this year. They've got a lot of speed. And that, on paper, should be a really good game between two teams that are kind of fighting for their playoff life.
Yeah, they really are. And if you just look at how the Old Abe's offense is starting to click tonight, much better in that run game. It kind of gives you that momentum into playing up at Chippewa next week.
Superior from its own 27. We'll keep it on the ground, and the Abe's able to make that tackle inbound, so the clock will continue to move. With this margin, Abe's able now to get some reserves in there. Hudson now has extended its lead over Eau Claire North 38-7. That was a 7-6 lead for North early on. New quarterback in for the Spartans, takes a couple big pops. I'll check that was Leno. My mistake there, Tanner Leno going the distance at QB. We're back to that Hudson Eau Claire North score. I mean, we saw Hudson last week, Sparks. That team is impressive.
They are very impressive and very, very physical. It's probably the best team we've seen on both sides of the football.
There are some that think that this is Adam Cowell's best Hudson team, and that's saying something because he's had a really good run as the Raiders head coach.
Yeah, he sure has. These last few years, they have been loaded and gone deep in the playoffs, so it'll be interesting to see how well they do this year.
Just the one loss that came early in the year when they were not at full strength. To Stevens' point, Leno taken down for the sack. First time the Abes have sacked Leno. Jacob Moretto, sophomore linebacker. He'll remember that.
Well, good pressure by Lyons there, too, off the edge. Lyons made him force to step up, just missed the sack and put him right in the lap of his teammate. So good job by both of those with good penetration.
Clock continues to move. We're just under a minute 40 seconds to go. Abe's in control, leading 35-9. Well, this was anybody's game at the half, but it was Memorial leading 14-9. Leno going deep, down the sideline, incomplete.
We got a late flag coming on this one.
Flag on the play.
Looks like they're going to call holding on that pass play right there, so that'll give Superior probably a first down here.
Holding. Defense. Bring their player to the previous spot. Second down.
So the clock stops with the penalty, minute 26 remaining. Abe's fans can begin celebrating. We did a lot of yelling at the volleyball match we broadcasted on Zaleski Sports.
Yeah, they
Eau Claire Memorial, Eau Claire North, and I guess you can call it a happy homecoming. Eau Claire Memorial boys soccer winning tonight at Sun Prairie West. Leno looking right. incomplete. Gun that one in there, and the receiver Hoff could not haul it in. That had a little mustard on it.
It did. It was actually a good pass by Leno. Put it right on him. He was just unable to come down with that catch. And again, very difficult when your team's not used to having to throw a football over the field. They're just very much a run-oriented team. Just kind of, again, gets them out of their comfort zones. And you can see that it's just something they're not real good at yet.
2nd and 6. Correction, 3rd and 6. Leno unloads, incomplete. Again, tried to get it to Hoff, who was kind of spinning on the near sideline. Couldn't haul it in. That'll bring up 4th down now for Superior. With 1:15 left.
Yeah, you got that good job scrambling out of the pocket. Got rid of it, had a guy open. Just something, that just could not make that connection.
And for Eau Claire Memorial, just the difference in mindset coming into the final 2 weeks of the regular season, coming off arguably their best performance of the season. Maybe a lot better mood in practice next week.
Well, yeah, we talked about pregame on how the players kind of took charge this week, took the responsibility upon themselves, and boy, it sure has paid off today as they hold them on 4th down.
Leno on the keeper. Based on that spot, he is short. Eau Claire Memorial gets another 4th down stop. And the Old A's will take over with 1:09 left. And they'll be able to just line it up in victory formation from here on out. Really good effort by the Old A's, top to bottom. Again, we weren't sure what kind of team we were going to see after last week's 48-0 home loss to Hudson. We saw a team that really regrouped, took care of its business. It's going to walk out of here a winner on homecoming. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, what a great comeback victory for this team from last week. They really got manhandled. They took it upon themselves, the players, to really try to correct this and fix the ship a little bit. And boy, they've just done a nice job tonight. You said offense, defense, they've really put it together.
Ames will take the snap and take a knee. And Eau Claire Memorial is going to improve to 2-5 overall, 1-4 in the Big Rivers. They will be at Chippewa Falls next week. They will close out the regular season at home against Menominee. Another knee by the Old A's. Yeah, it's just academic at this point. So Eau Claire Memorial, a nice bounce-back win after a decisive loss at home last week. Ames pull away to win it 35-9. Again, credit to head coach Rob Scott, his entire staff, and every single one of these players who they're really easy to kind of fold the tents after that Hudson loss last week, but players got together, decided, nope, we're gonna try to close this thing out the right way, and a really nice performance tonight.
Absolutely, it's by far the best they've played all year. They played all 4 quarters tonight, so sharp, they were very focused. They didn't have the penalties hurt them tonight, they didn't have any turnovers to hurt them. So again, just a really great job being prepared this week.
We'll recap the scoring for you. Spartans got on the board first. Lucas Williams, a 1-yard touchdown run to make it 6-0. That was your score after 1. Eau Claire Memorial bounced back. Early second quarter, Riley Holmberg, a 39-yard touchdown pass to Tay Ferguson. Vincent Mullen booted the extra point. It was 7-6. Old Ames. Spartans retook the lead. Tanner Leno, a 32-yard field goal with 3:01 remaining in the second. That made it 9-7 in favor of Superior. But right before the half, Riley Holmberg, a 5-yard touchdown pass to Julius Clark. Vincent Mullen kicked the PAT with only 2 seconds remaining in the quarter. And the Ames led 14-9 at the half. They never trailed after that. Third quarter, Ames got a little tricky. Halfback's option pass to Bryce Hepke who threw it deep. Tay Ferguson hauled it in for his second touchdown reception of the game. That play covering 41 yards. Mullins PAT made it 21-9. That was your score after 3. Then in the fourth, Riley Holmberg, a 7-yard touchdown pass to Tay Ferguson. His third TD pass, the reception of the game. Mullins PAT made it 28-9. And then with 4:03 remaining, the Abes looking just to run some clock. Instead, Shamar Simmons broke one for 70 yards. Vincent Mullen kicked the PAT. 35-9, your final. Eau Claire Memorial now 2-5 overall, 1-4 in the Big Rivers Conference. Nice win for the Old Abes tonight. And again, we talked about it, but a great bounce back as well.
Yeah, just played so well tonight. It was nice to see him play 4 quarters. Tell you what, you take 2 possessions, that possession right before half, where the Old Abes put that score in with only 6 seconds left, and then you take that stop when they came out, that first possession. When they were able to get that stop to start the second half, when they got that stop to start the second half, and then they got the ball back and scored again, that really kind of solidified this game, did a great job.
And before we sign off, Sparks, hey, how about a shout out to Bob DeMeyer and the Superior Spartans? Talk about a team that, you want to talk about packing up and just being done with the season. This team fought right to the end, and they came in with a game plan like, hey, we're going to run our power running game, and for one half, it worked really well. It still worked in the second half. They just couldn't get enough fourth down conversions.
Yeah, we talked about a pregame. Superior's going to come at y'all 48 minutes. They're going to play hard to the final whistle, and that's exactly what they did tonight. They came out and run the ball really well that first half, moved it up and down the field. A couple of adjustments by Memorial for the second half. They were able to come up with some stops, and that's what it took. But again, Superior, they just play so hard, well-coached team, and again, you'll see better things out of this program.
Old Abes testing out their singing voices, much to the delight of the home crowd. It's a homecoming win for Eau Claire Memorial, 35-9. Coming up next, the postgame show brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you experience any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on proper diagnosis and customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete at Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and Western Wisconsin. That's coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called the labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip was affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals are his goals. Whether it is getting them back to playing with their kids, working aggressively, or competing in sports, his patients are more active and enjoy their lives.
When I see those people so happy with themselves, so happy with their decision to have this fixed or to go through this process, as scary as it sometimes is, if you don't know what's on the other side, it's so satisfying for me.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. We want buying and taking care of your vehicle to be easy and convenient for you. Earning your trust is what matters most. At Marquardt, we know business is really about people and relationships, not dollar signs in the bottom line. That's why our salespeople are paid by salary and a bonus for volume, but never a commission on the amount you pay for your vehicle. It's why we offer comfortable waiting rooms with refreshments, home-baked cookies, and free Wi-Fi. Buying and servicing your vehicle should be both easy and comfortable. At Marquardt Motors, we know your vehicle is a huge part of your life, providing freedom of mobility and safety for your family. That's why we offer the largest fleet of free loaners in the area. It's also why we offer GM certified service and parts at very competitive prices. It's why we have GM certified and world-class technicians on our team. You can have peace of mind knowing that we'll be here to take care of you for as long as you own your vehicle. It's our goal to offer the best car buying and servicing experience in the Chippewa Valley. We can't promise to be perfect, but we will always strive to operate with integrity. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall to Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall to Wall Carpet One a call at 715.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet.
All right, welcome back to Carson Park at Eau Claire Memorial. An impressive 35-9 win over Superior tonight. Bryce Hetke, Tay Ferguson joining me now. Tay, I'll start with you. 3 TD passes. You've caught a lot of balls this year. What was different tonight? What opened up for you guys?
Tonight, we just really game planned well this week, and we just knew where we needed to be at the right times and executed. So.
Bryce, tell me about that halfback option pass. It was a lateral from your quarterback Riley Holmberg. How is it when that play gets called in and you guys are in the huddle and you know you got a chance to make something happen? How do you just kind of control yourself and not kind of tip your hand a little bit?
You know, we kind of just trained for those moments, right? We stayed level-headed. We knew this game wasn't going to be over. It wasn't going to be a one-quarter game. But I can go down the line of all the guys that trusted me to do that and put me in the situation. So Tay got open and we just made the play.
Oh yeah. Tell me about the bounce back of this team, because when you left this field a week ago, much different feeling. Yeah, granted, Hudson's an outstanding team, they're ranked in the state, but you guys could have really kind of folded up the tents. You didn't. What's behind that?
Like we say, every week 1-0. After that game, we just got to get in the mindset of the next game, next one, learn from it, and just get prepared for next week, and that's what we did, and we did it well.
I heard in your huddle over there a lot of guys talking about 24-hour rule, because you go to Chippewa next week. You know what? No matter what their record is, you know they're going to come to play. But what's going to be important for you guys to focus on this next week?
Just trust us. You know, do what we do best, and that's just play us, right? We keep a level head. You know, I talked about it earlier, but we just keep doing what we do, right? We've been in every situation. We've been up, we've been down. So we're built for everything, and that's why we trust each other.
All right, Coach is still wrapping up with some of his. You guys stick around, because I got one more favor to ask of you. Coach, let's bring you in and to pick up on what I was talking to the guys about. It would have been really easy for this team to kind of fold the tents, especially after last week. You lose here at home to Hudson. Obviously, they're an outstanding team. What was the message going into this week? How did you guys put that game in the past and focus on tonight?
It comes down to is we have great high-character kids that'll keep battling no matter what. Have we played our best football this year, very good football at times? No, absolutely not. That's nobody's fault but my own. But I know these kids are great high-character kids that'll keep battling, and you know, week in, week out, you see their heart on the field, you see their resiliency, and I'm glad we were able to do some things tonight that come out on top.
Superior ran the ball really well in that first half, but you guys were able to get a couple fourth down stops and keep them off the scoreboard second half. What changed in the second half for you guys?
You know, we just kept doing what we believed in. Our kids played really well, and you know, there were no magical adjustments or anything. Our kids just bared down and played, you know, to what they're capable of. And as a coaching staff, that's what we look for, and we're super proud of them for that.
What's the message going into next week when you guys go to Chippewa?
Well, we're ready to go. I wish we played tomorrow, but kids are going to enjoy homecoming weekend, and I know they're going to come back every Monday hungry, and you know, we hang our head on loving each other, and it's, you know, it tests it when we had a few hard weeks there, and but you know, they battled, and super proud of them, and you know, we keep loving each other, and it's a great group.
Coach, congrats to you and the Old Apes. That's going to do it tonight from Carson Park. We'll be back here next week for the game between New Richmond and Eau Claire North. In 2 weeks, we'll be here when the Old Apes host the Menominee Mustangs. For my color commentator, Dave Sparger, and producer Colin McClowry, I'm Bob Bradovich saying good night from Carson Park and Eau Claire. All right, so here's the deal. I don't know if you guys have seen Zaleski Sports before. So you say your name, and we're in the house. Yeah. So wait for Colin to give you the thumbs up there.
I'm Bryce Hetke. I'm Tay Ferguson, and we're in the house.
All right, thanks, gentlemen. Hey, appreciate it.